Hi, comic book fans. Welcome to another SuddenlyComics.com video. And I'm delighted to say, after a 2-week break, one due to me and one due to Alan, the price variants are back, looking at the hottest Silver Age comics of the week, according to Mr. Pollet. So these are Pollet's picks for the Silver Age sales. Right. Okay, here we go. And we're going to go over to the screen, and we're going to share my screen. I've lost where I am. There it is. And first comic oh, look here, Alan, it's an absolute cracker.
Yeah, this is a big one.
So it's Amazing Spider-Man 50. Probably, you know, if you were to get a consensus vote on the top 10 covers, comic covers of all time, I bet you this would be in the top 10.
Definitely would be. This one is like, probably one of John Romita's most famous covers.
Yeah.
John Romita just died recently, so there's a bunch of things going on for this book. He, the famous artist that created it, John Romita Sr., he passed recently. There's going to be a new Daredevil TV series with the Kingpin. And this is the first appearance of the Kingpin. So a whole bunch of things going on. And it's a classic cover.
Yeah. This is one of those covers that's launched 1,000 homages.
Yes. Yes.
Not just the image, but the word Spider-Man no more, because his West says he's not going to be Spider-Man anymore.
It's a great book. So Amazing Spider-Man number 50. And it's also that, not centennial, but like that kind of like, 50, 100, 200, those kind of key numbers as well. So there's lots of stuff going for this book.
Yeah, it's number 50. So, halfway to the first, up over the first 100. So, as I say, a lot going for this comic. I was surprised. I thought this would have been higher.
Yeah, this is a bit down, actually. I'm pretty sure.
1,110 for a 6.0. Classic like this. Let's have a look. First appearance of Kingpin. 6.0. Yeah, this is down.
Yeah. So I would have thought this book would have but if you look at it, it's actually above the trend line.
Well, yes.
So if you look at the trend line, it
depends when you start the trend down. And if you start it down here at 500 in 20, yes, it is above the trend line.
Yeah, I would have guessed 800
in February 2021. Just as it's taking off, it's probably on trend line.
Yeah, it depends. So I would have said maybe 800 as like the bottom for this book.
Yeah.
And actually, were there any sales that were under 1,000 for this at all?
I'm just having a quick look. No.
Yeah.
Yes, but it was in. Oh, yes, there was April 2023. One sold for 985.
985. So this book is hovering around that $1,000 mark, but $1,100 is a strong sale, is what I'm saying.
A lot of them, Alan.
You got to kind of ignore that COVID bump. So yeah.
A lot of them, 7,164.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about with Marvel having lots of books on the census. This one is one of those ones that has a huge census count. Probably if that number was much lower, it'd be a much more expensive book.
But every Spider-Man collector wants one of these. Yeah,
I would say this is one of the most sought after books for Amazing Spider-Man, like Amazing Fantasy 15, Spider-Man number 1, and maybe this book would be in the big three.
Yeah. So yes, you can see the state of the. I think this is a pretty good bellwether for the state of the comic market. Comic like this, lots of sales, high demand, but still it's struggling to get out of this sort of $1,000 area. I think this is a good one to watch to tell if the comic market is recovering, because I think when the comic market begins to recover, this will pick up.
So what was the peak on this one? Like about 2000?
The peak was 2334.
So
So
about half,
it's about half,
right?
I think. Yeah.
But
Which
we've seen books
we've seen
dip
that.
as much as 70%. So this is
Yeah.
not bad.
No. No. Um,
So, I mean, the COVID bump was a huge bump. It was like a bit crazy.
right. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. Oh, it's a Fantastic Four. You're picking some nice books. All right. Fantastic Four and a really nice grade as well.
So this is a key book. This is Fantastic Four 29. This is the first cover appearance of the Watcher.
Yeah. There he is.
So yeah,
What's his name? Uhatu.
yeah, something like that.
There he is. Watching over us all.
The
Mustn't
Watcher.
interfere, except when he does. Yeah, go, great cover. Love that. Love this one. Nice, really nice, great.
Really high grade too.
I'm
So
surprised it only went for 1560. I think somebody's got a deal there because I think these Fantastic Four books are on the up.
yeah, and there's a second What If series coming out. I'm not sure when, with all the delays and stuff, but yeah, he's coming back. Is my point.
Oh, yeah, the guy who voiced him did a good job, I thought.
Yeah, I thought so too. He has a great voice.
What was it? It was a 9-2, wasn't it? 9-2.
Yeah, 9-2.
Yeah, that's all right, I think.
So this one, look at the census count. It is really low for Marvel. It's like 600.
Oh, yeah, that's low, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got two of these.
Oh, really?
There you go. No, yeah.
I have one, but
I think they're both in. I think they're both raws, and I think they're both in fairly ropey condition. But
yeah, but still a great book. So how is this? So this one's interesting.
oh, yeah, somebody got a deal down here. Somebody got 885.
So this is, I believe, is a new record, isn't it?
1560. Oh, it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And
new record. We've
got
got
a new record. Even So this book did well. It didn't suffer the COVID bump, or if it did, it kind of bounced back, like right back up
immediately.
Yeah.
Well, maybe this sale down here was the COVID bump.
Yeah, the end of the COVID bump, and now it's right back to where the bump was. I don't know. It's very strange. I would have thought this would be a more expensive book, personally, but
yes, I have to say, I'm a big Fantastic Four fan. Like, if you compare it to only 672 of them as well.
Yeah. And this is a high grade one. There's, there are a few high grade copies, like about 50 high grade copies, like 9.2 plus.
Yeah. 43.
But
52, yeah.
Yeah. So I would have expected this book to be a little bit more expensive, but this is the peak. This is the peak for this book.
That's a record price. That's a long time since we've had one of those, Alan. Right.
Yeah. So some good news finally on your list, of course. So
and I've got two of them. Right, there we go.
Yeah.
Next up, we have got. It's another Flash.
So this one's interesting. Again, a lot of these ones that I put on the list, if there is a theme, a little bit of a theme, these are all ones where there was either a show coming, a show that's happened, or a show that's going to come soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like this one, we just had a show that kind of referenced this book in a way.
Yeah.
With the Flash movie.
Yeah.
Not that they're related in any particular way, but for the fact that the alternate versions of the Flash.
Yeah.
So this is Flash 123, the first time that you get Silver Age Flash meeting with the Golden Age Flash.
Yes.
And this book introduces the whole concept of the multiverse.
Yes. So
in the DC. Yeah.
The DC multiverse. So this is a 4.0.
690.
I have no idea if that's a good price or not.
Yeah. So
Uh,
there's
there's 1,400 of them.
so a pretty typical census count for a DC book.
Oh, this is
It's up over the trend, but there was a COVID bump on this one.
no 690.
You'll see that there was like those little peaks
Yeah, this is
before. I would consider like a bump.
690 is this one down here.
Yeah.
Oh no,
But
six.
if you look at the overall trend line, it's
Yeah.
actually on that trend line, I would say.
Well, given it was at 690 in December 2018, I'm not convinced. I think this isn't doing very well.
Again, it could be that, after the movie's over, maybe it's like down from that. The movie wasn't that well received. I thought it was a good movie. I'm not sure if you saw it, but I enjoyed it.
No, I haven't seen it. I'm waiting for it to come out on Disney Plus.
See, that's a bad sign, right? So, but I thought it was a good movie. I rated it quite high.
Yeah, you
But
enjoyed it, didn't you? Yeah.
yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
I was meant to go and see it. I just never got around to it, so I'll have to wait for it to come out now because it's out of the cinemas, I think.
Mhm. So yeah, so this one, so-so performance, so-so performance.
Yeah, I would have preferred to go and see this than Barbie, but yeah.
You saw Barbie?
No, I haven't seen Barbie. No,
Oh,
no desire to see it either.
okay. I watched it online. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you enjoy it?
it was so-so. It wasn't
Yeah.
bad. I mean, it's obviously not targeted towards guys that, but yeah, it was okay.
Did you watch it with your wife or your children?
No, no. So
Right.
yeah, I just watched the online version.
Okay.
Um,
Next up, we have got. Oh, I love this cover. I haven't
this
got.
one I thought was interesting. I just saw the big number. I thought it had to be on the list. I was like, this is a cool cover.
It is.
I was not familiar with this book at all. I've never seen this
Well,
one.
I collect Batman, so I'm familiar with this one. I haven't got it. This is on my want list.
I love like kind of like these. Well, it's a sea serpent, but
It's,
I kind of like the dragon like covers.
yeah, me too. And I love that.
Yeah,
I love the sort of scuba gear.
yeah, bat scuba gear too. It's like yeah, it's so it's classic Silver Age for Batman. Bit goofy, yeah.
Beauty, absolute beauty. Right, how much did that sell for? It's quite expensive.
2,400.
2,400, but it is a
But it's a
9.4.
9.4. It's a high grade.
I'm amazed. I bet there's not many higher than that. Where are we going?
Yeah, I think it's close to the top.
There's only two higher. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did it sell for? I just think this might be another record, Alan. What's it?
2.4. Like yeah.
4892. Oh, it's definitely a record.
Yeah. This was a big sale.
The last one sold for $500. In
Yeah. It doesn't come up that often. Yeah. It is what it is.
well, how many of them?
When was the last sale?
2020.
Okay, so for it to go up 4 times in the
There you
3 year
go. We've
period.
had two records reported, and one of the records is 4 times the previous sale.
I was actually a little bit surprised by this one because of the fact that it's not a key. It's just a cool cover.
No, but it's a really good cover.
Yeah, it's a really cool
These
cover.
early Batmans, here, what are we talking? 1961,
But look at the census count.
Yeah,
It's 174.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's
That's a really low census count.
and
Yeah.
that one is one of four. It's one of the four highest graded.
Yeah. I mean, this is the kind of book that you'd only grade at the high point anyways. You know what I mean? Like at the higher grade points, because I don't think in the low grades it would go for that much.
Look, I'd buy that at a 4.5.
Okay, let's see what a 4.5 goes for.
180. I'd
So
if I'm at the London Comic Mart tomorrow, Alan, I'm going to have a look.
you're going to have a look for this one?
I'm going to have a look for this one. And I'll let you know next week if I find one, because I definitely And at
It's a great cover. It's a great cover.
$180, I would buy that at 4 or 5.
Mm.
We'll see. You never know.
But even the 4 or 5, the trend line is up.
Yes.
There's just not many sales for this book.
Yeah, I mean, there's hardly any of them.
Yeah.
The people who got them are keeping them.
Yeah.
There'll be people like me.
Yeah.
I've got a whole stash of Batmans that I've had for. I'm not selling any of them, so they're never going to see the light of day until I'm pushing up daisies.
Mm-hmm. So we've had 3 records so far on your list, by the way.
Wow, we're doing well, aren't we? Right. Can we
make it a 4?
Metamorpho, you're picking all good comics there, Brave.
I picked this one because there was an announcement about the character for this.
Really?
That they're going to actually, yeah.
In what film?
That I forgot the guy's name that's going to play it. He's a guy that is like the actor is naturally bald. He's got like a skin disorder where it makes his hair fall out. Alopecia. That's the one. Cool actor. So
which
he's going to be tied. I don't know which movie it's going to be, but they're bringing back Metamorpho.
I love Metamorpho. I love Metamorpho.
What? He's a cool character.
I loved him when I was younger. I'd always go, "Oh, Metamorpho." I think he's cool the way he can,
he controls the elements and stuff. Yeah, and change into anything he wants, basically.
Yeah, I mean, he's a goodie, isn't he? Mainly.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah. I think he started out with where they didn't know if he was a goodie or a baddie.
That's right.
But then he
ends up on a couple of teams. I can't remember which ones, but he's definitely a goodie.
Mm-hmm. So this is Brave and the Bold. What number again?
57.
57.
So let's have a look at this. Has this gone up?
So 80750. That
80750. Can we score another record? Oh, what's going on here?
Maybe refresh it or you got to go on to overview. Maybe I don't know.
I think I've got 2 of these as well. No, I've only got 1 of these. Right.
Oh well.
First appearance of Metamorpho, origin of Metamorpho, first appearance of Sapphire Stag. You see, you never mentioned Sapphire.
I never mentioned that.
And you never mentioned the first Java and Simon Stag either.
Wow. And there's only 400 and is it 37?
Yeah, 437 universals.
That's a really low census count.
80, that's quite high. Oh yeah, that's pretty decent price, I think. I don't. It's not a record. Oh,
no, it is a record.
It is a record.
That's why it's number 1 on the list.
It's a huge record.
Yeah, you can actually see that there was a COVID bump a little bit for this one.
A response to the movie and the actor thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So you can see that it actually dropped pretty.
Yeah, because somebody paid $243 for one of these in June.
That was like whoever did that was so lucky.
That was really.
I think the announcement was just recently too.
Because if you look at that, that's way below trend price.
Yeah.
Somebody got a cracking deal there in June.
Yeah, and
they
now it's like almost double.
Trebled their
almost
money.
Double.
Yeah. Well, it was more than double.
No, I mean it's more. It's double the peak for this book.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this book, this was by far the biggest record that we've seen. Well, actually, the other one was 4 times the record, but it was over a bigger period.
It was 7 years.
Yeah, it's not quite as big, but
and this is white pages as well. Actually, it's got
So that is something pretty good. But actually, I'm a little bit surprised by the price for this one. It's got a low census count, and I think actually $750 is not a bad price.
These mid-range Brave and the Bolds are not expensive. I mean, I collect Brave and the Bold, so
yeah,
these ones, once you sort of get, they're not pricey. They're still a good buy. If I'd say if you're starting out as a collector, This is still a collectible series, is Brave and the Bold. Yes, there are some expensive ones in there, but ones like this, you know, assuming you don't get any movie news, you know, you could have bought one of these at 240. That would have been a good deal. So, yeah, it's still a relatively collectible series, Brave and the Bold, apart from about 7 or 8 issues.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this book should be more like in this grade. I think should have been more like a $2,000 book.
Yeah, it depends.
If this was Marvel, anything Marvel kind of similar level,
yeah,
you know, you would expect it.
Metamorpho is a sort of mid B grade B tier hero.
Yeah, but the fact that he's getting a movie announcement, I mean, this is equivalent to Craven the Hunter, I would say, right?
Yeah, I would put Metamorpho and Craven in the same sort of billing.
Same level, same level. But we saw that the I think it was like a 6.0, and it sold for $1,600, and that was down.
Yeah, but that's the classic difference between Marvel and DC, isn't it?
It's just crazy how much how undervalued these DC books were. That's going to be my rant through all these videos. That I think DC is horribly undervalued.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more. Yeah, some good picks there, Alan. I like those picks.
Yeah, just
good. I like the fact we've got a few records there.
Yeah, I kept them all for your list, basically, though.
Yeah, we were all a bit depressed after we watched your show, Alan. Yeah, you do.
So good news, bad news.
So probably make sure you watch Alan's show first. Yeah, but I'm telling you this at the end of my show, so that's not really good.
A little bit too late.
Probably too late. But if you haven't watched Alan's show and you're all upbeat and you want to get depressed, go and watch the bad news on Alan's show because they didn't do very well. Right. Okay. So I think that's it for this week, Alan.
Yep, that's all.
Yeah, okay. So thanks for watching. That is your lot. See you again soon.